Okay, let's hear from you.
I feel self-esteem is just the value that you have on yourself, the value or your worth. Some may be high, low, medium, but it's just technically the word that you have for yourself and for your value.
Okay, I will say that self-esteem is the overall sense of value, worth, or personal judgment that a person places in themselves. It reflects how much we like, accept, or approve of ourselves. If you enjoy yourself, your company, you have a good self-esteem. If you're in the midst of people that you feel have a higher class than you do, you have a very high self-esteem. You know, I've been in the midst of certain group of girls. I don't know if you guys have been in of the same situation where you're in the midst of this group of girls and you can just feel that low self-esteem in the atmosphere where when you're trying to have a conversation, they're not interacting. You know, they just feel like the whole attention is on you, and then you've been in that situation. They just feel like the whole attention is on you and not them, and you know, it reduces that space, that's a flow in the atmosphere, you know, where they might just see you as more like a problem in that space, if I may use that word. It's not like they are not beautiful. It's not, most times they are actually beautiful. Yes, it's just a mindset thing. Most times they are literally good looking, and you might not be looking as good looking for that day like they are looking, but they just have that space in themselves that they're not okay with themselves. They just see you as one threat. Yes. Do you have something you want to say in that instance?
I mean, because not everybody. Some people don't actually have that. People have an aura that's intimidating. People don't know how to handle some people's aura. That's all.
Okay, so it's just a thing that some people have an intimidating aura.
Yes.
Well, I don't know that.
People have intimidating aura.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
But people have auras that are very strong, and I like kind of people. But some people don't have to like me, right? I know it.
Oh, okay.
Some people don't have to handle. Some people acting like they now like start, let's say, fighting with you, picking up fights that are not actually meant to be there, and they just try. I mean, they don't like kick you out of the way. And meanwhile, you cannot be kicked out. I just sit down and enjoy it. So people's self-esteem is so low because of what they have heard from others. Like I know that some people talk carelessly. I will use my class as an example because if you're a class of 40 something plus students and you see different characters, different homes, and not even knowing my class, people have seen over the years who just speak carelessly. They may not mean it. I don't know if they mean it, but put them out to just say something. And some people are more soft-hearted than the others, and some take it to heart immediately. So it hurts them, and it really drains their self-esteem. So what they hear in their environment have a big effect
to play
on their self-esteem. What or how they see other people has an effect on their self-esteem. Like you said, aura. Maybe they see other people like, oh, this person is more dressed than I am, this person taller than I am. What do I have? That kind of stuff. I think the family also matters in that self-esteem too. Some families are thinking. They won't let your self-esteem reach a level. I remember that something happened, and a senior did something and I was crying. My other sister came to the hostel. And it was night, so like around 11, and I didn't know hostel yet. Everything like, why are you crying? I said, I'm praying. Talk to me. Wow, I don't know what happened. I really was. Do you know who you are? Oh, that's
so that boosted your self-esteem.
That experience, I can never try it again.
You have to speak out.
I'll come as an example. You cannot be some kind of certain things. In my children's department, my dad bought for me a shoe, I think for Children's Day, right? And so an older boy that was in her basket. I did not like being alone at the time. I was last born, so I was in basket because I was not meant to be that class. I was there. That children's department, but was just picking at my shoe. Like leave here, he was just trying to bully me. And then he had paused the shoe in a way, and I was going back to the car, crying, thinking that my father would defend me. Father brought out a key. If you not go back and defend yourself, When they went for a trust program, one boy was bullying me, and I was like, swap, but I just slap me. Next time, wear bully, so I don't poke him on the shoe.
So it's not like they're actually teaching you to be violent in that situation. Just stand up for yourself. Yeah.
Teachers, nobody can do anything. But I know that
Just
me, I know
what you are meant to do.
Yeah,
What
that kind of
you
stuff.
got it from other people.
Yes.
You have limited knowledge.
You know that
Just give other
I
people.
cannot allow sort. I know how much value I am to myself. That you cannot treat me how I will not treat myself. I'm a very quiet person. That's what I know I will not try you, don't try, but I will not take nonsense from you. I will not take nonsense from you. I will not give you nonsense. So
Yes.
if I respect you, kindly respect me, no matter your age, your class, anybody. Just give me that respect. I respect people that are lower than me, like younger than me, also higher than me. Like,
Okay.
maximum respect. I like my respect. I'm just giving it to me. I'm giving it to you.
Well, self-esteem is central of mental, emotional, or even physical well-being. It influences how we relate to others, like you stated, how we respond to life challenges, and how much we achieve in life. It must be nurtured intentionally, not based on external validation, but rooted in internal self-worth. I'm sure that day that boy did that thing to your shoe, and your father made that statement, brought out that king, you will not want that situation to read. I'm sure if someone had done something like that again, you would literally stop that person or not even allow that situation to occur.
And I think in public you have to, not in private. They don't correct us in private.
So yeah, so that can also make you not to feel intimidated in that midst. So when you're in the midst of everyone else, you will just know how to carry yourself. I think self-esteem is also about how much you carry yourself. It just involves the confidence.
And it doesn't involve material.
Yeah, it's not about what you wear or what you use. Yeah.
Have like a very low self-esteem and inferiority is the same thing. Inferiority complex and self-esteem.
Yes, it's works hand in hand.
That
Yes.
kind of stuff.
If you have a low self-confidence, I feel like you have inferiority complex.
Some people like material things actually help them, but when they now get it, it doesn't help them.
Well, it's during adolescence, in teenagers, that refers to how they view and value themselves during a stage of life marked by rapid physical, emotional, and social change. It's during adolescence that identity formation becomes a key psychological task, as described in Eric Eriksson's theory of psychological development, and self-esteem plays a vital role in shaping that identity. It answers the question, how do I feel about who I am? You know, it's just a thing of, you just want to get to that point where you ask yourself, I don't think you have to be a grown adult to have self-esteem. I don't think you have to grow as old as your parents to have that self-esteem. It's something that works as you're growing, you're building it. You wake up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, I'm beautiful, I am smart, I will not be intimidated, I will not be bullied. Even that midst of kings, I've been in the midst of people that were actually way older than me, richer. I do not still have that money that I want to have, but I ate eba. Lots of them were actually eating rice with their cutleries. Yes, I ate eba with my hands. And I got a job contract from that sitting. I will not lie. So this particular man just kept staring at me, and he's like, well, I like your confidence that you actually got to eat eba in the midst of everyone else. And everybody was just eating with their cutlery, and I'm like, I don't want to eat rice. Why do I have to form about it? It's what I crave for. And I don't know those people. It's about me here. You just have to get to that point where you don't care about every other person. It's not like you're hurting anybody's feelings. It's about you now.
And you care about your feeling more than any other.
Although some people, I don't know if it's just them being them, but when people's self-esteem overpasses, it may not even be alright. It may just be like
it's now over.
Just so self-centered.
That's where like pride comes in and the rest.
No. Yeah, when it gets to that point.
I don't just know how to place it. I somebody who just says whatever she likes.
I wrote the post like that.
So do you think that's self-esteem?
She has self-esteem for herself, but she tries to in process of trying to get her own self-esteem, she tries to diminish other.
Then she has a low self-esteem.
That's a low
That's a
self-esteem.
low self-esteem. You're trying to pick on others.
Yeah, when you pick on, or when you hurt other people's feelings, that's what I said. Like at the time when I actually eating that meal, I did not hurt anybody's feelings. It's something I was craving for. I don't think I sparked the soup in the air and stained anybody's outfit. I just wanted to eat it to my pleasure. You know, you don't have to be, like she stated also, she respects people older than her. People not as, maybe not have enough as you do have at the moment. If we have to compare to material things, in that instance, if you have to compare to age, that's when you have to, you know, differentiate between low self-esteem and high self-esteem. If you're able to be in the midst of people way richer than you, people that materially you're richer than them, and you're still yourself, you carry yourself the same way. You're in the midst of people that are older than you and kids, and you carry yourself the same way. You have a good self-esteem, you have a high self-esteem. But when you're in the midst of people that you talk down on them because they are younger than you, because they do not have as much as you do, you have a low self-esteem. There's no sweet coating in that situation.
Feel bigger.
Yes, when you're trying to force yourself to feel you're bigger than every other person, you literally, because you want to be noticed, you just want to announce yourself. You talked about something about people that have aura than other people. Maybe I actually do. Yeah, I'm going to give myself the flowers.
People don't know their self-esteem is actually not strong. I remember one time I went out and something about like, oh my god, let me just dress you. I'm like, wait, why would I dress you for them? I'm like, if I came out like this, girl, I'm going in like that. I don't do anything like that. Like, if I can't dress for me, I'm not dressing for you. So that doesn't happen.
Yes, yeah. When you get to that point where you have to dress for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, you look decent, you look beautiful. The way that you're just confident about yourself, the way you smell nice, you look good, you're beautiful in the air. You don't have to, you know, think about what any other person think about you. I think that's when you can say, yeah, you have a beautiful self-esteem.
We need to get to that, you have to build.
People actually change how they talk. Like I remember that I was in school, like something happened, and a girl came and she was like making all stuff. And people are changing how they speak. I'm very quiet. I will observe everything first of all, that. I was like, okay, so what is happening? I was like in a younger class, like, so what is happening now? Because everybody's voice has actually changed. Like, so what is like? What am I meant to do at this point? Like,
although I actually changed. I feel like I'm the type of person that likes to make other people around me comfortable at my own expense.
Okay.
Like the person I use that tries to diminish other people's self-esteem just for herself, like. There was a time when I told her my mind. I had because I like to make other people feel confident and make other people feel comfortable around me. So when maybe when my cousins are around and maybe people I know that have a different accent from me, I will completely switch just to make you feel comfortable. Because I have an American accent, I will completely switch just to make you feel comfortable. I know people that don't speak English. If you cannot speak English, although I'm not very good at pidgin, I will just
feel comfortable. Yeah, so that means you have a beautiful.
In the process, that's one thing. That sometimes you actually lose yourself in the process because you actually lost something.
But I know that if I'm trying to make you feel comfortable and you're feeling good about it, bruh,
you're going back to your default stage. Well, we're going to look at the damages. Body image and physical appearance can be one of the damages that affects self-esteem. Teenagers are extremely conscious to how they look. Media and social media portrays unrealistic beauty standards. Weight, acne, height, or puberty changes can create insecurity. You know, growing up, there was a time that I was in secondary school and I used to have so much pimples on my face. I will not say I still have a clean face here, but at that time it was too much. And then this girl, she was my classmate, and she said, "Why is your face always like this? You always have a rough face." You know, for some time while I was still in school, I did not want to come out in the midst of everybody else. I just wanted to be in my space until I made sure that the acne left my face. I think it's just a puberty stage that at some point you need to get to that point where you have a very rough face, a very white face, a very dark face. It's just a stage in every female teenager's life. I don't know if you experience something like that at some point it vanishes, it just stops and you do not feel. But at that point where you notice that there's a certain kind of deformity on your body, I don't think you should pull yourself back and not want to be in the midst. That's when you should even feel more good about yourself. But I did not know that. I literally did not want to come out in class during break time. I would just want to be in class and not want anyone recognize, look at my face or talk about my face. I could say at that time my self-esteem was bruised. Yes,
And
it
people
was.
always talk.
I feel like
Yeah,
this is
people
why,
always talk.
apart from having self-esteem, people should learn to shut the hell up.
But
I have a mirror. I can look at myself. Don't
And
give me
see.
your opinion.
Don't
Like,
give
what the
your
hell?
opinion, yes.
Some people just want to make you feel bad about themselves, make themselves feel better. Why are you telling me?
I don't like stating the obvious, like we can't see. Only you the way maker.
I remember there was a situation or something happened, and the person was like, "Oh, see how her leg is looking. Okay, so what now happened?"
So should I cut off my leg?
Yeah, like what's even your problem? Keep quiet, like, because if I tell you what is in my mind to tell you, you will go. I keep quiet a lot of time. You will go home crying. You will not feel good the rest of that day. If I tell you what, if not, I was a Christian.
I want that I was get out of board my face. Like,
Keep your opinion to yourself. Like,
but I still went out. I was still going out. I was
going to some kind of thing. 'Cause you may not feel like, oh,
I'm saying my mind.
I'm saying my mind. I will not start.
I'm saying the truth now. I'm not lying.
Sometimes you do what's in your mind.
It's not to say your mind, but
Yeah.
get how you can portray.
No, it's fine.
To not hurt somebody's feelings.
Yes.
I can. Even from just saying, why their feet can reach.
No, then if they say their mind to you, then you say your mind to them. I mean, like, it's not an
So it's not like you're not killing your self-esteem. You're bringing yourself down to that level. That, like you stated, you're bringing yourself down to that level where you do not want to be. So I think if it gets at some point, I stopped talking to that girl. But later, after on, I think the next term, she came back to me. She was like, "I'm sorry, I made certain statements to you. I remember I said something like that." I was surprised she actually remembered. She came back. I know back to her, she'll be like, "Oh, I said something wrong to this girl," because she said it in the midst of everyone. Like it was also something that she said to me. Yeah, my countenance changed. I did not come out.
Some people
feel
cannot
very-
bring themselves.
I've changed schools like 9 or 10 times in my life. I have seen different individuals.
Don't you think that will affect you? Because that can also damage your self-esteem, changing schools.
No, it makes you see the world differently.
I feel like
Those 2 years.
people do not generally like me. Like
They say I went to that show with
your stuff. At the time, I will tell you my mind. You will not like me for the rest of your life.
and it's fine.
It's fine by me.
Her job was not like for everybody. So I think
Four sisters. Like, I don't even need your friendship.
Do you get? So I have a lot of people at home to chill with.
but I think you also could change because you now see different people. Like you know that this kind of person can actually exist in the world.
Yes, like changing school, you may not have the chance to have friends.
Close friends, that way.
But I really yearn for a relationship, but I did not have the chance to get it. But at that same instance, you meet different people from different backgrounds, different ethnic groups. You see different people, how they
Different
behave,
characters.
how they are the first characters.
And how you can relate with
Yeah,
people
how you
too.
yeah.
Well, let's look at family environment. That can also be one of the damage. Over criticism, neglect, or unrealistic expectation can harm it. Comparison with siblings or others can be damaging. It can also reduce or damage the self-esteem. You guys are siblings. I was coming to that. I will still come to it. I will still come to it. Why did you get third position in your class? When your sister was in school, she used to get first position, that kind of situation. And then, that kind of thing. Or, when a particular, on any of you does something and daddy, this person, they're okay, leave her, don't do that again. And then this other person does it and the daddy shouts or scolds that person. That kind of thing, that situation. You guys will pour your heart out later. We will still get to that. Well, perfectionism pressure, expecting flawless grades or performance sets them up to feel never good enough. Over controlling parenting, no autonomy, you can't make your own choices, deprives them of confidence. Punitive consequences like harsh punishment for good grades reinforces shames rather than motivating it. Well, I'm going to ask, I have 4 questions I want to ask you guys before we get to the real heart-to-heart talks. What 3 adjectives can describe how you feel about yourself and why?
3 adjectives.
Yes. How you feel about yourself. How do you feel about yourself? Let's remove the adjective.
Okay, how I feel myself? I feel like I am a very outspoken, smart, and just a genuinely nice individual. I'm very calm. A lot of people think I'm calm. I'm very calm.
I will tell you what you are.
Why do you feel that way about yourself? Do people tell you that?
No, because I know what I've been through. I'm a person. I like to write down my thoughts. I started journaling. I wrote my thoughts before, but now I started journaling to be able to pack it properly. So I know myself.
Okay.
It's good to be able to understand yourself. Be able to know what you can take, your limits from other people and just from the environment in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's hear what's the 3 adjectives about yourself and why.
Like just for myself or what?
Just about yourself.
I would say I'm a nice person. People don't know that. But first of all, my front, I don't look nice.
Okay. Okay. You don't have a welcoming face.
But when you get close, I feel like I don't know like this, and they just want to stay. That kind of stuff. And I also say for myself is that I will never make you feel bad about yourself. And I would want to help people get better because I like getting better. And where I am right now, from where I was like last year with myself, with my love and everything. And I'm improving. I like people to also improve on themselves.
Okay.
Because the world is very bad. A lot of people are going through a lot of things.
Yes.
Like taking out of other people.
Don't look at it.
So be able to shield yourself from all those things will actually help you a lot. So I'll say I'm nice. I'm improving.
Okay.
Like, improving and
Third one.
I'm a nice person.
The third one is you're still nice.
I'm still nice.
Why do you feel that way about yourself?
I'm nice girl. I won't make you feel bad about yourself except you try anything. And
Has anyone told you that you're nice?
Yes, my friends. Because so my friends, when we become friends.
Audrey, have you told her? Ask Audrey, have you told her that she's nice? Has Audrey told you that you're nice before?
No, she's caring. I don't know if she's
Okay, I'm caring. Okay, I'm caring. That's the word. I'm caring.
being nice and caring. She will tell you the truth to your face. How you want to feel, you will feel that feeling.
Okay. Okay, so you do not hide your
No,
emotions.
because we are close to a level, and sometimes all needs to hear the truth. But sometimes people lie to themselves. I mean, I tell myself the truth all the time.
Okay.
We negotiate them. That's denial.
Okay. Okay, who in your life has had the biggest impacts on your self-esteem, whether negatively or positively?
I'll say.
Let's talk about the positive part.
I would say my family, everybody. I say older ones, the older ones, my family. Because it's from them you get to learn things, you get to learn how to behave, how to act. My older one is the older one now. I'll say my sister and my dad, like those two people. They are actually very, very, like say, they're like people like can actually look up to. My sister, she has been through a lot in life.
Okay.
And like she's still able to like come out like very, very strong. And actually a very, very like she's actually a very good like example to look up to.
Okay.
And my dad actually has a lot of standard that.
How about negatively?
Negatively, people that schools, people but like
Teachers or just schools?
teachers have not had any influence on me because of I'm a very quiet person, first of all. And when I started speaking up was like when I was like in SS. So who was going to impact on
You can't even really know.
It will be me that was not you that will have an impact on me. Because that was like some child don't like about me because if you can actually start that nonsense you want to do, I'm the one coming at you.
Okay. Okay, so like that scenario of the acne I had on my face of that classmate that made that statement about my face. You know, at that point, I took a step back and had to build my confidence. I also remember one time I made a statement in class, and the French teacher got in and she was like, "Everyone, come, stop talking. Everyone, stop talking." I'm like, "Teacher, I'm like Miss, I've forgotten her name, Abigail or something. Miss Abigail, I used to make noise." That was what I said. I was supposed to say, "Miss Abigail, I do not make noise," because used to is something you're used to. So everyone started laughing at me. Like, what do you mean by you used to? Like, you're supposed to answer a present tense make a present statement, everybody started laughing at me. So at some point, I started reading the dictionary. I started learning words. I wanted to know more about English, and I wanted to know more about present, past tense, and past participle words, adjective, adverbs. Personally, the statement that particular classmate made to me also made me to motivate, but that was a negative impact. Yes, that was a negative one, but that really brought me out there. Do you get? So that was the part I was actually referring to. But let me hear from Audrey. You were expecting her to add it to the list of the positive impacts.
I think everybody have their own impact. Like everybody has their own impact.
My parents, my elder sisters, my younger sister.
She hypes somebody up like normally.
We all have
the one I saw, the younger sister, the one I saw the other day.
Oh my God, you're so fine.
Beautiful.
She'll be like anybody. Because that's how we were brought up.
That's how every single person in that family had a. My mom is quite quiet.
Yes, mom is quiet.
But there is a self-esteem and there is a self-confidence that we have in that family. That's just a positive angle. Like you just know yourself.
Yeah, when you're down at home, you know that there's someone there, cheer you up.
Whether my dad, my sister, anybody, they can talk to you about like kind of like.
And she'll come and listen. She likes listening. But you will talk to her. Somebody else will hear the gist. But at that point,
somebody there for you. And to some extent,
she understands. She relates a lot.
A way to give you the right advice.
Yes.
At her 7 years of age, she's 6.
27.
You have a way to give you the right thing. Like, don't mind that person does not have sense. I'm telling that person. Like,
and that she's actually mature about. We are all big.
Okay.
To actually have that baby mindset with her.
How about the negative part? Anyone had an impact on you?
I don't know if to say the school, but a particular school had a very negative impact on my life. That was between I can remember the time.
She also talked about school.
Yes.
So school can be one of main.
That's where you spend most of your time.
Okay. So and I had my experience from the school too.
Yes.
Wow.
The school was my primary 4 second term to when I came from. I didn't even my graduation. So, like I'm a very outspoken person. I do not like other people's opinion overriding mine. I will hear your opinion, but don't try to override mine and make sure that my opinion is not heard. Like, yes, it's not going to happen. So, first of all, school was a school that believed ladies should be very quiet, which I am not. They liked the guys being, okay, the guy's job is the lady's job. So, after class, the girls do this particular thing while the boys can go to what they like. And they'll be like, oh yeah, girl, you're meant to be quiet. You're not meant to be heard. You're only meant to be seen. All those kind of weird proverbs that I never knew about.
I was actually in church school. That was like the worst part of it. Like,
and they'll be like, I heard it that you're possessed. Why would a girl be this loud? And I was like, and I was like in primary 4, primary 5. My classmates would literally bully me, and they'll go to a teacher to, because the teacher did not already like because I was outspoken, so go to the teacher to hide. And they'll be like, it's your fault. They don't even want to hear whatever happened in the situation.
Girls, not gentlemen, beautiful girls, 2 beautiful sisters that decided to be on Teen Time Out. I had an amazing time, really. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you will join her to come next week.
Yeah, sure.
You'll be here next week. We'll share more, we'll discuss more interesting and outstanding stories, because we do not have time on our side. We would have actually discussed more, because I know you have a lot to say. You want to give us buzzwords, you want to say your mind today. Well, I really enjoyed everything you said, and you know so much, you teach me more things.
I don't know so much.
No, you do.
Just been through a lot in life.
Well, thank you, viewers, for always joining us in Teen Time Out. Well, this is where we wrap it up on this episode of Teen Time Out for this week. We are open for sponsorship of the program, adverts, placements, news, event coverage, and commercials. Watch us live on our website on www.Atlantic Network TV, on Facebook and YouTube, on Atlantic Television Network, and on Avo TV platform, on Niger TV platform, and on IFATEX TV platform. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials by subscribing, liking, and share on Facebook and YouTube, on Atlantic Television Network, on Instagram and TikTok, on Atlantic TV Network, on Twitter, on Atlantic TV Net. Do not forget that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Have a beautiful weekend.